or something about that.
Okay, well, first, I don't live in Canada. I haven't lived in Canada for 20 years.
Wow.
I live in Colombia. So I've been living in Colombia for the last 15 years. And before I lived in Colombia, I lived for 5 years in South Korea. So, but I am from a very small province in Canada called Nova Scotia. And Nova Scotia is a peninsula on the Atlantic Ocean. So I am a costeño, but a Canadian costeño.
So, in which part of Colombia are you living?
Bogota.
Ah, you are in Bogota? Ah, no,
Yes.
wonderful. Okay, and what's your opinion about the terrible people from Colombia?
No, I'm very happy. I mean,
Oh,
you know, my
you are happy or
my
resignated?
wife is Colombian, my daughter is Colombian, so
Oh, really? Wow. Good, good. And and tell us, Thomas, um, talking about your culture in Canada, what is what's the most important place to visit in Canada that you really recommend us to visit?
oh, well, of course, like any country, there are many, many places to visit. You could visit the capital. The capital is a small city called Ottawa. Or if you want to go to a big city, you could close by, you could go to Toronto. Or if you want to know a bit about the French side, uh, you could visit Quebec, right?
Oh, Quebec.
And Quebec is a very beautiful. The name is of the province is Quebec, but the name of the capital is Quebec City. Quebec City is very beautiful, but of course Montreal is very big and exciting as well. Or perhaps you might want to visit, a national park if you like nature.
Ah, okay, that's really nice. Okay, Luchito. Luchito has a question.
Hey, Lucho.
Luchito.
Hello, Thomas. How's it going?
Good. It's going great. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. I am Luis Flores. My question is, how many cities have you visited here in Colombia? And
Oh,
what do you think about our people?
I don't know. I've been to many cities. I've been to Pasto, to Rio Hacha. I've been to many different cities in Colombia. So yes, and of course I'm very happy. Like I said, my daughter is Colombian, so yes, of course I love the people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, nice. Alejandra, you got another question.
And good evening. Do my name is Alejandra.
Hi,
My
Alejandra.
question is there any Canadian traditions you find unique or special?
Canadian traditions that are unique and special.
Something that
Um,
maybe is only typical there, but in
so,
Colombia is not very common.
okay,
Very
for
nice
for
question.
for example, one tradition is quite often when you have a lot of snow. So if you have a lot of snow,
Mhm.
sometimes we go outside and with maple syrup and we pour some maple syrup on the snow and we eat the snow with the maple syrup.
Okay, something like that.
No, no, no. Maple syrup is jarabe de maple.
Ah,
So we take maple
me,
syrup and we pour it on the snow and we eat the snow with the maple syrup.
yeah. So, so you eat with this one,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
Ah, this one. Okay. So, and you eat it with the snow?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's kind of odd. But does it taste good?
It tastes very good.
Ah, okay, great, great, great. Okay, look at that's a very interesting question. Come on, my people. Another question that you like to ask.
Okay, I again. Thomas, what do you think about the border in between Canada and United States, and what do you think about the immigration, the immigration between the both countries, please?
Well, I mean, of course, there are many Canadians working in the United States. And there are, of course, some Americans working in Canada as well. Of course, it's no different here. For example, there are some people from Ecuador working in Colombia, and there are some Colombians working in Ecuador. And when I first came to Colombia many years ago, like 15 years ago, there were many, many, many Colombians working in Venezuela. But now it's changed, and now many, many Venezuelans are working in Colombia.
Yes, it's true. There is no problem between people in Canada. There is no country. There is no problem between people. Excuse me, between United States people and
Well,
Canada's people.
between the people, no,
It's
but
normal.
politically, yes. So it's more of a
Okay.
political situation than people situation.
Yes.
Okay.
Tatiana, did you have a question?
Now, Tatiana.
Yes, teacher. Mr. Thomas, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Tatiana Segura.
Nice to meet you.
My from is Bogotá, Colombia. My question is, Canadian, what is your...
Yes, well, I've been living in Colombia for more than 15 years, and I'm very happy here.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, Thomas.
Yes.
What's your opinion, or I like to know if there's a kind of argument between North American people and Canadians. Is there something that I don't know? Because I've seen
Between Americans, you mean?
Yeah.
From the United States. Yes. Well, I mean, yes, there's a big argument right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, and really many Canadians are refusing to travel to the United States right now, and many Canadians are boycotting American products
Wow.
because it's a very difficult trade situation right now.
Okay, that's really good. Now, Jaime Torres. Jaime has a question. Jaime, go.
Nice to meet you,
Hello, Jaime.
Thomas. I have two questions. Which Canadian city do you live? And when is the best time to visit Canada?
Well, okay. Well, I'll answer the second question first. The best time to visit Canada depends. Do you want to go see snow? Do you like outdoor sports in the snow, or do you like more summertime sports? Perhaps I would recommend the best time to visit Canada is in the fall. So in otoño.
Okay.
The city I'm from, the capital of my province is called Halifax. So maybe Edgar, you could share maybe find Halifax on the map. You can show them where I'm from in Canada.
All right, I'm going to show you. Very good. And what do you want me to show?
He was asking about which city I'm from, and the name is Halifax.
Halifax. Halifax.
Yeah,
Halifax, that one.
Yeah, Halifax.
Oh, I suppose you speak French well.
My French was good 20 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, because we understand that in Canada, they speak English and sometimes they speak French. Which one is more common, or French is dying?
No, it's not dying. It's just, but there are many more English speakers, but French is still, a very common language that's spoken by many people in Canada.
Oh, great. Okay. Now I got another question. Remember to activate your camera, or you can ask questions. I got a question from Alejandra because she has her camera on. Now, Alejandra. Alejandra and then Valentina. Alejandra.
What stereotypes do people have about Canadians that aren't true?
Good question. Let's say that Canadians are all very nice. Of course, it's like anywhere. Some people are nice, some people are not nice, like every country, right?
Okay. Now, Valentina.
Okay, I had two questions. The first is, what is the most common food in Canada? And two, how are Canadians? Especially with people that are out of country.
So, sorry, I didn't understand the second question.
How are the Canadians really? So,
what do they like?
con los extranjeros.
Oh, okay. Well, first I think we have to remember that Canada probably has one of the highest levels of immigration in the world. So,
really?
like Toronto, for example, Toronto might have like per capita the highest number of immigrants in the city. So I think many people are very welcome in Canada.
Wow. Okay, that's really
And
nice.
Maybe like traditional food. How about this? Perhaps a traditional dish in Canada. It's like in Canada, the salchipapas in Canada are called poutine. I'll write it down here. Poutine. And maybe Edgar, you can look up poutine.
How do you say salchipapa? Poutine?
Well, in the Canadian version of salchipapa is poutine.
Like this?
No.
Like this?
I spelt it in the chat, Edgar.
Okay. I'm going to see the chat. Let me see. Poutine. Wow. And the pronunciation is like this? Poutine?
Yes.
Poutine.
Poutine,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look about the right way. That's the right way to say salchipapas in English?
No, just in Canada.
Just in Canada. They say poutine. Poutine. And how do you normally say salchipapas in English?
Oh, I don't know. We don't really have salchipapa.
Yes, because many students have asked me that question before, and I say, okay, I say fries with sausages.
Exactly, yeah.
The only way, but okay. Now, Alison Rincon. Alison, you got a question. Alison is one of my wonderful students. Alison.
Hi, Thomas. My name is Alison, and my question is, why did you decide to live in South Korea and in Colombia?
Well, I decided to live in South Korea, Alison, because when I graduated from university, there were many jobs for teaching English for university graduates. So I went to I went to Korea because I thought it'd be very interesting to learn about a different culture. And while I was in South Korea, I went to a party, and there were people from many different parts of the world. And at that party, I met a Colombian lady, and that's how I came to Colombia.
Okay, good. That's really nice. Okay, Samuel. Hello, Samuel Cardoso. How's it going? Samuel is surprised.
Why did you call me?
Samuel, say hello to Tomás.
Hi, Samuel.
Hello.
Samuel, what happened? He's used to asking questions, but now he's scared.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, good. Now, come on, last question, because I guess Thomas is tired. The last two questions.
How much does it snow in Canada?
It snows a lot, Samuel. It's not always exactly the same every year, but sometimes it snows a lot. And sometimes it snows so much that it is very difficult to remove all the snow.
Okay, that's really
And when I
nice.
was in your age, my favorite activity was sledding. I'll write that down. Sledding. Maybe you can type that in, Edgar.
Okay,
Maybe sledding
hold on.
in Canada.
Sledding. Wait, that's really that's really nice. Sledding. This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, sledding. Alexander has a question. Okay, Alexander's last question.
Thomas, give me two advice. I want to go there.
Okay. For travel or work?
Pardon? Is it okay?
For travel or work?
Yes.
For travel, Alexander, you want to go to Canada for travel or for work?
Both.
Both.
Okay.
Both. He wants to do everything there.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, you need a visa. Colombians need a visa, so you have to apply for a visa first, Jorge.
Okay. I got another question about French. How important is to speak or to know French when you are living in Canada? I mean, how many cities speak French, or is not so necessary?
I would say it's only necessary in the second largest province, which is Quebec.
In Quebec, no?
I understand.
Okay, good. Mr. Cardoso, last question, Mr. Cardoso.
Understand that the use of language
No, teacher.
We have someone here, John Bustamante. John Bustamante.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Thomas.
Good evening, John.
Mr. Thomas, what do you think about healthcare system in Canada? Is better than the United States, or is the same system?
No, it's very, very different system in Canada. In Canada, it's public, which means that everybody has access to it. Whereas in the United States, it's private.
Okay, good. All right. Alejandra Orozco. Alejandra.
Compared to Colombia, what do you like most about education in Canada?
Well, I mean, in Canada, it's very common that most people, like 95% or higher, go to public school, not to private school.
Okay, cool. All right.
I just wrote a little tip for everybody, okay? In Canada, or in the English-speaking countries, we don't say Mr. Thomas or Mr. Edgar or Mr. Manuel or Miss Alejandra.
It sounds extremely formal and it's not very common. Normally with the last name, right?
Yes, because in Spanish, yes, it's Señor Edgar, right? Or Señora Alejandra. But in English, no, we only use titles and the last name.
Mr. McCormack.
Yeah, so if you want to speak to me formally, you would say Mr. McCormack. But please just call me Thomas.
Call Thomas. Okay, Thomas. Thanks for coming. I don't want to abuse from your time. You've been extremely helpful, and we are very happy and excited to have you here. I guess you must be a little tired, and I really appreciate your attendance here And well, any advice for my students for learning English?
Yes, continue studying with Edgar and practice as much as possible.
Very good. Thanks for the
Okay.
publicity. I'm going to transfer the money after class.
Okay. It was nice to meet everyone. Have a wonderful night.
Okay, likewise.
Thanks
Come
for the
on,
invitation,
Amans.
Edgar.
say hello
Amans.
to
Bye,
Thomas.
Thomas.
Bye.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good,
you.
Thomas.
Thank you.
You are the best.
Bye.
Okay, that was really, really exciting. Okay.